Hi there. I want to start by saying thank you to Carl Jacobson. Now, if you happen to be that 1 in a million woodturners who has not checked out his YouTube channel, I suggest you do. He puts out a new video every week, which makes him much more ambitious than me, and he has some really cool ideas. I mean, who would have thought of turning a Star Wars lightsaber? Well, Carl did, just one of his many projects. And I want to thank him today for an idea that I've been watching him use for quite a while, his wet sanding. Never tried it before until I made this little bowl. It's maple, and I used his wet sanding technique, and I quite like it. I think I'll use it again in the future. So thank you, Carl. Keep up the great ideas, and I'll keep using them. Now let's step back a couple of days to when I started this and see how this project came about. I have a piece I've cut out of a maple log. It's got some beautiful figure in here. I don't think I've ever turned an end grain bowl before, but I want to do it because I want to see what this will look like inside. It's 4 inches thick, and I should be able to get 5.5 to 6 inch diameter bowl out of it. So I'm going to take this to the band saw, cut it round, put it on the lathe, and then let's see what we can come up with. I've drilled a 3/8 hole so I can mount this on my woodworm screw in my chuck. Now we'll start shaping the bottom of the bowl, which should get rid of this crack as it doesn't travel all the way in here. I'll put a tenon on the bottom so I can reverse chuck it and work on the inside of the bowl. This wood is so dry, all I'm getting off of here is dust. I want to mark now the size of the tenon I want to make. This is 1/2 the diameter of that tenon. So I can put one tip right on the center and use the other one to scribe the line. I'll make the tenon just a little bit larger than that. That should suffice for a tenon. Some pretty good sized cracks here. I may just want to fill those. I'm going to shear scrape this first. I have it in reverse now in the chuck, and I'm going to start turning the inside of the bowl. I've sanded the outside to 400. And I think it's ready for sanding inside now. I haven't tried this before. I'm wet sanding this. I'm dipping my sandpaper into mineral oil and then just sanding with that. And I'm quite liking the results. I'm at 400 grit now, having gone through all the other grits, and this will finish it. It develops a bit of a slurry, which is much better than the dust that I normally put up with. Now I'll just wipe off any excess with the shop towel. I think that's looking pretty darn good. Now I'll just reverse it so I can turn the bottom off. I'm going to use a donut chuck, but I don't think I've got one small enough, so I'll have to make one for this. Now I'm going to wet sand this just as I did the rest of it. I finished sanding the bottom with the oil before drilling the recess for my logo coin, as I'm pretty sure that oil would conflict with the CA glue. Now I'm ready to glue in my logo coin. And that's how this one was made. I really like the grain in this. It's a beautiful piece of maple. And I have some more pieces from the log this came from, so I'm sure I'll be using those shortly. Once again, thank you, Carl, for your wet sanding technique. If you want to check his site out, I'll put a link for his channel below the video in the description box. So thanks again for showing up to watch this. Have yourself a great day. Be safe in your shop. Don't forget to subscribe and take care.